Rachel, can I say something? Can you wait just a minute?
Not interested.
I haven't said anything.
I'm not interested in whatever you want to say.
Well, I'm trying to say...
Okay, here's the thing, all right? We don't have to say anything to each other. There's nothing to be said. There's nothing I want to hear. You just do what you have to do while you're here, and afterwards, that'll be it. We won't have anything to do with each other. We can just stay out of each other's way until then.
This scene has its complete own look. Like it has this yellowness that no other scene in the film has. And it was something that we saw, like obviously we could have changed the color correcting, like to balance it out in a different way. But we really, I just embraced it completely. It felt like in this case, it was just dictating exactly how it felt in there.
This is the moment where it's it's like the first disruptor they've ever had in their lives amongst one another.
Our Father, that's funny.
Why?
You know, you call him Our Father when you want something from me. Usually you say, My Father.
Don't be ridiculous.
This whole like when you need something, it's our Father. Like that's such a particular fight that sounds like it's gone on for 25 years. Like that's something that feels like Rachel's held on. Like Rachel doesn't really say anything like that up until this point. Really just like opens up something that's been like really eating at her and bothering her for this long. That's so particular to their relationship.
So real too. My sister's adopted and she always said that. So the language of that felt very real to me. That distinction for someone, the way they hear it is so important. And that felt very real.
What's going on here?
Well, I'm trying to apologize to her, but as you can see...
Fuck your apology for real!
I remember it being kind of technical with the door. Like the door was the other actor in the scene.
I kind of felt like we only had a few times to get this correct. And so it was just like really getting to that place where you would have the freedom, that you would all have the freedom to let go loose, but also that Sam would be ready. All three of you really get to say something that's truly been kind of just below the surface.
It is like the point of no return. Like you can't, like getting in these fights in your most personal relationships where you can't put it back in the bottle. And it's like, then everything that follows is so beautiful in the film.
You're a leeching, broke ass
Christina,
woman home.
you need to get this bitch out of here.
Bring it
Look
on.
at him, better.
Stop it! Stop it! I hate you both. You're both fucking assholes. You're little fucking kids.
Christina, where are you going?
This is such an amazing moment of how we really all feel completely misunderstood by our families. Like we present the idea that we think that it's easiest for them to get along with, or that they know, or that they want you to play. And then in this, it's like, God, this is what's so painful about being in a fucking family.
What was it you were hoping to do before having more kids?
I was hoping to form a relationship with you, for one thing.
That's sweet, Christina.
What was incredible watching it now was that, we're not shooting multiple cameras, and each of you are completely giving me this performance on every angle.
Let's just forget it. We're different types of people. You two, at least, you share blood. You have the same mother.
And father.
Well, duh. I know that. Okay, but he's my dad too, is what I'm saying. He's my dad too, just as much as he has both of yours.
But you also had another dad.
Who I never fucking knew. Who died when I was 4 fucking years old.
But he was still your father. And when he was, Vincent was ours.
The truth is like, it did bring me to tears watching you guys all perform this. I feel like all three of you are saying something for the first time that crosses a line that there's only one way forward or not. There's either complete separation after this point, or there's some kind of understanding.
I did not have a father before him. What part of that don't you understand?
The fight is like the darkest, most violent. And then here's kind of like that moment of fucking truth, which really cracked us open. And I remember us really showing up for each other.
Here. Fucking dying, It's my dad. It is my dad.
I really identify with this piece for Rachel of like, that's my dad too. Like I think about all the kids, like you're saying, Carrie, of like the adopted kids of like, don't fucking tell me, who my family member is. It really, I feel very moved by that.
Every character has a moment of revelation. Christina finally starts to understand how her sisters maybe perceive her. Katie sort of comes up against her own emotional immaturity. Her inability to actually see the person who's in front of her is quite startling, I think, to her.
Just because I don't complain doesn't mean I don't have issues.
I've been here for him, not this stupid place.
The only extreme close-ups of the whole film is a shot of Rachel here and then of Katie.
That's such amazing restraint. I didn't even realize that watching the film that you're holding back on any extreme close-ups until this scene.
Every time we have these conversations, I learn something about the filmmaking. And it is revealed, again, just how deft and considered everything is and how no decision was arbitrary. And because it is so subtle, as Lizzie's pointing out, it's not something that calls attention to itself, the framing, the cutting. It looks too effortless for you to get any credit.
Look, at the end of the day, like this is to make a film that I'm this proud of is what I'm excited about. And I feel like the credit that I like the thing that I've been given is what you all gave me. Like this is the film I could only dream of.